The YMCA in White Plains was founded in 1896 by 15 men who sought to meet the needs of a growing population. Through its core principles, values, and extensive programming, it has provided the city with outstanding community services for over 120 years. Over time, the building has undergone significant changes and renovations. The Y originally used space in the old Opera House on Mamaronic Avenue for its members. By 1905, the membership had outgrown the Opera House and moved into a newly constructed building on the corner of Martin and Mamaronic Avenues. The 1905 building was specifically designed to meet the needs of the Y's mission, focusing on spiritual, mental, social, and physical health. An impressive three-story brick colonial revival-style structure, the space included a sports gymnasium, bowling alley, activity rooms, and dormitory spaces. These dormitories were highly sought after during the early 20th century by young men who continued to come to the urban center of White Plains to find employment and adventure. Over a period of just 20 years, White Plains transformed from a village of 4,500 people in 1890 to a burgeoning city of over 26,000 by 1910. By the 1920s, membership at the YMCA had outgrown this building as well, and an even larger facility was built on Mamaronic Avenue. Completed in 1928, the large Tudor Revival-style building featured state-of-the-art amenities, including a gymnasium with an elevated running track, a full-length swimming pool, massage services, hydrotherapy rooms, parlors, and other social spaces. The YMCA was able to create new dormitory-style spaces. These 95 dorm rooms functioned similarly to hotel rooms and could be rented for $15 per week. Programming for young and adolescent boys was added in the 1930s. When the membership expanded to include this younger generation, the building itself experienced alterations. The boys and teenagers had their own entrance, locker room, and social spaces that were separate from the adult areas of the club. Women were granted membership into the YMCA in 1933. With the outbreak of World War II, many women joined the YMCA to help provide morale and recreation services to U.S. military personnel via the United Services Organization. Prior to 1954, the YMCA maintained a policy of segregation. When the new YMCA building was opened in 1928, African Americans were excluded from joining the Y and established an organization called the Colored Young Men's Association, which was located on Fisher Avenue in the eastern part of the city. The members of the Fisher Avenue Y were brought into the Mamaronic Avenue YMCA in 1956. This expansion required further alterations to the building to accommodate the ever-growing membership of the Y. During the 1950s and 60s, the YMCA's programming continued to expand and evolve with the times. The Y became a home away from home and a center for social and developmental activities for all ages, promoting health and wellness for individuals and families. By the end of the 1960s, plans for the next renovation of the Y was in the works. By the 1970s, the annual membership had increased dramatically and included more than 8,000 members. The facility was used by more than 40 community groups for meetings and recreation. Programming was extensive and included a wide variety of sports, fitness, and other social activities. Around this time, the YMCA began exploring plans to expand their physical space. These plans included adding a larger pool, as well as new dormitory rooms. In 1971, construction of an addition to the White Plains YMCA was underway. This new addition would stand 6 stories tall, higher than the existing structure, and would include an additional 120 dormitory rooms. The building was completed in 1972. As needs changed, there was consistent pressure to update and renovate. By 1984, due to rising operational costs and dwindling memberships, the White Plains YMCA merged with the Portchester Rye YMCA and became the YMCA of Central and Northern Westchester. Due to the changing needs of the community and the overall deteriorating condition of the Mamaronic Avenue building, in 2018, the White Plains YMCA determined that the building was no longer suited for their programming and the current needs of the community. The YMCA will maintain its presence within the city of White Plains, providing child care programs and services that are in most demand within the city.